Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. 8-0. 8-0. Nobody has defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers yet. We're still waiting for them to lose. We're still waiting for them to go down. When's it going to happen? I'm waiting. Somebody pinch me. Still undefeated. Holy shnikes. What a finish tonight. What can we even say? Truthfully, whoever's controlling the Cavs this year, whoever's playing their 2K franchise association as the Cavs and just magically making the results happen in reality, thank you. Please keep doing it, because my goodness, I don't know what to say, truthfully. I honestly thought tonight was the night it was going to be a Cavs loss. For the second Cavs-Bucks game in 3 days, Damian Lillard, late in the game, cannot miss. He's hitting from everywhere. He's hitting step backs, being guarded by everybody. He scores on Allen. He scores on Garland. The Cavs had finally rallied to take the lead, and Dame goes back-to-back. Under a minute. Cavs are down by 2. Let's call 1-800-Darius. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Truly. Oh, my God. What are we supposed to say about this? He saved the Cavs against the Knicks. Down a point late, he hits the 3. Then a little later, he finds Jarrett Allen. He was getting into the lane for floaters. He scored 12 in the fourth quarter. He made 7 threes. And he's going to pass Kyrie Irving for 4th in franchise history in three-pointers in the next week. He's only 9 threes away from 4th most in franchise history. Number 10 is a beast. Oh, my God, man. By the way, Isaac Okoro was a plus 20 in the game the Cavs only won by 2. They were minus 18 with Isaac Okoro off the court. You know what that means? You know what we're learning about the small forward position is that the glue of the small forward position and whoever's playing it, it really matters who's in it small forward and how many minutes they're playing, because the Cavs don't lose when the small forward has a good net rating. They were 18-2 in Dean. They were 19-2 in Dean Wade's previous 21 starts, and it's 20-2 with Okoro plus Dean in this stretch, if you will. My goodness, no Giannis for the Bucks makes it a serious trap game. The Cavs are without Dean Wade and Karis LeVert, so we saw Luke Travers and Craig Porter in the first half. It was not Ty Jerome's best game. He got 18 minutes, though. George Niang hit some timely threes. Sam Merrill, 12 and 5 with a couple of steals. Look, Donovan Mitchell, here's a crazy stat tonight. Donovan Mitchell did not make a basket after the first quarter, and the Cavs actually won the game. There's times where your star will not be there. And when one of your star players does not show up, can you still win? That's what team basketball is. If you want to get all the way into the conference finals, to the finals, be on top of the world, you need your role players to step up. There were some games, not many of them, because they couldn't afford it, where LeBron wasn't at his best for the Cavs in the playoffs. Actually, I don't even think we can say that. Did the Cavs ever win a playoff game where LeBron wasn't a beast? Okay, I guess we need a different team to compare with analogies to. But wow. Darius Garland, 39 points, 7 assists, 7 of 11 from 3, 8 of 11 inside the arc, 15 of 22 in all. Jarrett Allen with a monster block to seal the game, 15 big rebounds. Evan Mobley, the massive block on Portis late. I mean, for the Bucks, can we just give a shout-out to A.J. Green, a guy I've personally liked for a long time. I've watched a lot of Bucks. This is the most I've ever seen him get run. He was 7 of 9 from downtown with 6 rebounds. He even made a half-court shot to end the game. If the Cavs didn't have a larger lead, we would have been panicking like crazy that A.J. Green just made a buzzer beater from half court to cut the deficit to 2. Thankfully, the lead was big enough. That was his 7th 3 of the game. Dame hit 5 threes, scored 36 points, almost did the unthinkable again against Cleveland, but yet somehow you got to feel a little bad for the Bucks. Only a little bit, not a lot. They brought it on themselves. They were 30-13, and they fired Adrian Griffin. That is the worst karma you can possibly get, whatever the reason. Remember when the Cavs fired Blatt at 30-11? Obviously, they won a title. It's a little different. We don't know everything happening, but Doc Rivers is not the right choice for this team. 1-6. They barely had a winning record with him last year. They lost the first round in 6. Now they're 1-6. I know Chris Middleton hasn't played and Giannis sat, but my, it's a mess. The Bucks leader and second highest plus minus came from a guy that only played one short stretch in the second half. Not that there's much to work with in the rotation, but they really couldn't get. Taurean Prince took one shot. Bobby Portis actually had a really strong game of 21 and 18. Brooke Lopez, 6 of 12, was quiet. No one really joined Dame, Bobby, and AJ Green, though. Brooke couldn't do it consistently. And the Cavs really just did it again. Darius has 18 assists and only 2 turnovers now in the last 2 games. The wins keep stacking up. And honestly, what's amazing about this is Cleveland is now 8-0 under Kenny Atkinson. To all the people from last year that may have been surprised when the team let go of JB Bickerstaff, the new coach comes in and has the team at 8-0. You can all just be quiet now. Kenny Atkinson has them winning. He has everything clicking. Missing Karis LeVert is a big deal because that's their essential 6th man. They've won multiple games now against the Bucks without him. Think about what Dean Wade's meant in the early part of the season to be without him, too. Also, something big. They also didn't have Jalen Tyson, who probably could have benefited from playing time in this game. So, wow, is all I can really say. Honestly, very impressed by Niang's fourth quarter minutes. Some timely plays on both ends. You hate to see 5 fouls. Didn't end up fouling out, but he was there. And Donovan missed every shot he took after the first quarter. But late in the game, he knew that Darius should get that ball. And because Darius was having himself a game. And for all the great things Don has done, he knew it wasn't his day. He says, Darius, take over, my man. And he finds Allen for the essentially winning basket with the AJ Green 3, and the final score ending up being just a 2-point difference. As a matter of fact, Donovan Mitchell's free throw late in the game was his only point in the second, third, and fourth quarter combined. So for Donovan Mitchell to score 1 point over the final 3 quarters and the Cavs to win, give it up for Darius Garland. It probably won't happen this season, but honestly, the Cavs have 3 All-Stars. And truthfully, remember when the Hawks had the best record in the East, they said, let's make Jeff Teague and Kyle Korver All-Stars, because why not? Honestly, I wish that they could do that for Cleveland and get Allen, Mobley, Garland, and Mitchell into the All-Star game, because the impacts they're all having on this 8-0 start is just so incredible. They deserve it, honestly. Remember when the Pistons got all 4 starters into the All-Star game? They would average 15 points and 7 rebounds. Every single Cavs starter has better numbers than that. Can we get them all into the All-Star game? I mean, wow. Darius Garland has proven to be him. Backcourt duo of Mitchell and Garland kind of traded off who's won them games now over the course of this 8-game winning streak to start the season. Mobley and Allen have been there making plays down every stretch of every game. The staggering of the minutes has continued to be impressive. I mean, there's really not much else we can ask for. They're 8-0 right now. The Cleveland Cavaliers are 8-0. By the way, they were second in the power rankings coming into the day. No. That's the best team in the NBA, fam. Celtics are 7-1. They're right there. But hey, they have a loss. They lost to Indy. They're beating the Hawks by 30. They're going to be 7-1. The Thunder, on the other hand, they come into the day at 6-0. They play Orlando. Game is starting any second. But wow. The Cleveland Cavaliers are really 8-0. This is truly spectacular, and there aren't many words to use to talk about just how good this team has been. I mean, I'm amazed that I made it to 9 minutes on this post-game live, because watching this game had its ups, it had its downs. The third quarter was the worst scoring quarter of the season. And then the Cavs come back and score 27 in the fourth. They lost the second half, obviously, by 11, but all that matters is that final score. I mean, they just keep doing it. And this doesn't mean that. This isn't going to mean all that much a couple of months from now when we've had the ups and we've had the downs, because there's no way the Cavs are going 82-0, right? But you have to remember that this 8-0 winning streak showed us that anything is possible. The team went 20-2 in that 22-game stretch last year with everybody out. We learned that anything is possible. But the thing was, and why they made the coaching change, it's not because they lost in the second round. It's the way they lost, kind of how things were going and the rumblings we heard throughout the season. But just seeing how free everyone's been playing on Cleveland this year, no hesitation. They're running plays for everybody. There's a system now, a system that works, and Kenny Atkinson is the definitive favorite for Coach of the Year. The Cleveland Cavaliers, ladies and gentlemen, are still undefeated. Cardiac Darius Garland. There were a whole lot of old heads smiling at their TV tonight. Can only imagine what Mark Price was thinking watching Darius ball out. He was saying great things about Donovan just this morning. It was a yesterday morning. And now we got Darius the very next day. Darius All-Starland is at it again. After only scoring 11 points on Saturday, he bounced back with 39. He has just been so good. He has 2 double-doubles on the year. It's his 4th game over 30 points. His 2nd consecutive Monday scoring over 30 points. It was his 2nd game of at least 5 threes this season. And he's just 8 threes away from passing Kyrie Irving for 4th in franchise history. I mean, wow. Cleveland Cavaliers. Am I right? 8-0, baby. Let them know. See you Wednesday. Cavs and Pels. See if they have Zion back, if they have anybody back. They have a whole lot of backups playing right now. Could be a trap game again. Hopefully Dean and/or Karras maybe make a return. Hopefully Tyson can be available. But Cavs Pels on Wednesday. Until then, Zach White across the Cavs. The team is 8-0. Letting know.